No. What? Hey, shh, this is a library. Oh, it's you. Good. Sit. This is honestly incredible. It's the test you wrote. No, not in a good way. Okay, you know, let's go through this again. The UA Joint Class Initiative partners up every junior with a senior to help them out. So part of that is I get to check over every project and every practice exam you submit before it goes and gets graded. Well, now you know. And if and when you do poorly, it makes me look bad in front of the school faculty, and frankly, I cannot let that happen. This is your Semester 1 Hero Course Written Evaluation. I've had a look through it, and honestly, I am amazed you are still in this program. You are extremely lucky. The practical test is worth 51% of your grade, and seeing your performance, there's no doubt you have skills, but fancy abilities won't help you when it comes to the laws governing heroes, or the legislation regarding appropriate use of force, or, God forbid, the mountain of paperwork you'll need to do after every mission, successful or not. Luckily, you have me to prevent you from making a fool of yourself. I have never scored less than a perfect 100 on an exam, and with my help, neither will you. Now we are going to sit here and go over every question you failed until you can ace it. No arguing. You may be some hotshot rescue hero from practicum, but that doesn't excuse you. Some of these answers, like look at this. Question 1, why do you want to be a hero? You put, I want to help people. Okay, fine, that's a pretty good answer. Okay, bad example. Okay, question 2. Describe the hero priority in a violent incident. 5 points. Okay, you put combat, rescue, rebuild. You're on the right track, but you're not complete. Not by a long shot. Okay, look. Here, I have taken the liberty of printing you a brand new practice exam. Here you go. Take it. Come on. You need a pen? Here, I got one. Here you go. There you go. Okay. So you're going to follow along, okay, and write down the answers. And you're going to learn something. Oh, I'm being completely serious. Okay, so let's see here. Hero priority for a violent incident is 1, protection of civilians. You got that sort of right. 2, pacification of the threat. 3, are you writing this down? I'm not doing this for my benefit. There's things I could be doing. Well, okay, that's a lie. There's not much I can do better. But pen, right? Thank you. So, 1 is protection of civilians. 2 is pacification of threat. 3 is inspection of damage and risk assessment. 4 is primary cleanup and, if necessary, decontamination. And then finally, 5 is reconstruction. That is word for word from the textbook. Good. Okay. Question 3. Describe hero priority for natural disasters. 4 points. You put protect, rescue, spelled RES-Q. assess, and I literally have no idea what, like, what is that? Oh, rebuild. That doesn't look anything like rebuild. You're essentially correct. Just, I would add a little more detail. 1, protection of civilians. 2, rescue efforts. 3, safety assessment. And then reclamation and reconstruction. You did your practicum at Sartech under Connecticut, right? It's not who I would have gone for, but at least it seems some of Sartech's protocols have rubbed off on you. Okay. You're good. 3's good. 4's good. 5 is pretty close. You misspelled danger. 6 good. 7 good. 8. As much as I hate to admit it, yes, you are technically correct. Okay. Question 9. Describe the procedure for a false alarm or mistaken report. You wrote paperwork. Very funny. The word you're looking for is a T11B, false incident report. Write that down. T11-B. You roll your eyes at me now, but this will save you a massive headache if you get a job. Oh, 9's good. 10, good. Okay. Yeah, okay, 18. Define local jurisdiction, 3 points. You put the place where, and then you crossed it out and wrote where the incident took place. Not right, no, not at all. Local jurisdiction covers the location where an incident took place, and more specifically, which city and or prefecture is responsible for its correction. You could probably write where the incident took place and which governmental body is responsible for it. That's a little more succinct, but I'll leave it up to you. That's not a... Fine, that's not a complete incorrect answer. Okay, let's see. 20, no, that's good. Okay, 22. If an incident occurs between 2 jurisdictions, who takes priority of the investigation? You put the first one. You put the first one. Yes, that is correct, but it may be prudent to go into more detail. The priority does go to where the incident started, but it's the responsibility of the second local to support the first in the investigation or combat or whatever. Look, you're just adding a little extra detail, rounding out the questions, and we'll need to work on your spelling. This is honestly kind of terrifying. Yeah, okay, 28. Yeah. In the investigation phase, if a disagreement between 2 jurisdictions is raised... Yes, raised, I misspoke. It's a weird font. In the investigation phase, if a disagreement between 2 jurisdictions is raised, which body is responsible for the resolution? You put the government. Really? Just can't be bothered to be a little more accurate? The governmental body you are looking for is the Prefecture Chief Deputy Office of Hero Affairs, or in cases between prefectures, the Supreme Council. Of course it makes sense. It's the right answer. Jeez. Okay, this one. 34, near the bottom. If a hero is accused of a crime or negligent operation while in uniform, What is the name of the hero branch that prosecutes these offenses? You put the hero police. No, it's the Hero Judicial Board or the National Hero Judicial Board. Just put both. Yeah, okay, 39. If a hero has a non-malicious complaint against another hero or agency, including their own agency, who do they file the complaint with? You put the police. If you were talking about a malicious complaint, like if you're reporting a hero for moonlighting as a villain, then yes, that is correct. But for non-malicious complaints, it is once again the Hero Judicial Board of your city or prefecture. That's a trick question. You need to be more careful with the wording. I hope you're learning something. I've spent hours looking through this, and don't get me started. Question 44. Yeah. If two or more heroes claim different accounts of an incident, who regulates the dispute? You put the most senior hero. That is partially true. A better answer would be, depending on the case, the regulatory board would seek out a neutral party, eyewitnesses, or search through local surveillance. If none of the aforementioned can be located, the more senior hero will be treated as the more reliable source. Yep. Okay, 46. Same page. No, sorry, next page. Who is responsible for filling out an H453 incident report upon completion of a mission? You put everyone. I don't know why I highlighted that was actually, that one's correct. Everyone involved is more proper. Okay, moving on. Yeah, next page. 49. Describe the 4 levels of injury. 8 points. Oh, this one. You put not bad, bad, really bad, and near death. That's not even worth 1 point. Oh, come on, I'm sure you know the right answer. You did your practicum with Sartech, did you not? Write this down. 1. Minor. Minimal blood loss, less than a drop, sprain not requiring treatment, or first-degree burn on less than 10% of the body. That's the textbook definition. Write that down. 2. Injury. Some blood loss, less than 10 milliliters, sprains or impacts causing bruising, first-degree burns covering up to 25% of the body. This includes sunburns. 3. Non-life-threatening injury. Serious, non-arterial bleeding, any broken bones, bruising or internal hematoma, second-degree burns covering more than 5% of the body, light concussion without loss of consciousness. Okay. And 4, life-threatening injury. Severe bleeding, severe trauma, severe burns, any head injury resulting in unconsciousness. Easy. I expect you to ace that question in the midterms. This one. Question 51. Should a minor non-life-threatening injury take place during an operation or incident, describe both the protocol and the protocol report if needed. You wrote Band-Aid and then drew a little picture of an adhesive medical strip. Well, I'm glad you think this is a joke. The protocol is to assess the severity of the injury, treat with appropriate field first aid, return to duty, and then after duty, fill out an HR 122 minor injury report if you want reimbursement for the medical supplies. I can tell you from experience, Almost all minor injuries I've seen while reported are either paper cuts or sunburns. If it's hot out, wear a hat while on patrol. That's not part of the test, that's just good advice. You don't have to write that part down. Unless you want to. Question 57. In the event of a mass casualty event, describe duty of care. You put help everyone. You spelled help wrong, and you spelled everyone correct. I don't know how you did that. Help everyone is technically correct, I guess, but it's not really a description of it. The hero's duty of care is to provide medical support and evacuation to any and all people involved, provided the threat has been neutralized or deemed safe. That's like day one of UA. Okay, 64. In the event of a loss of communication with your team or loss of contact with your agency, state the protocol in a non-active state. 3 points. You put down nothing. Just didn't feel like answering, eh? 1. Attempt. Second form of contact. If your phone is dead, borrow one. You just 1 attempt, second form of contact. That's it. 2, retrace back to the pre-decided muster point. Yeah. 3, return to the start point, camp, or office and report the incident. Well, it's just common sense. Question 66. Describe the 3 preliminary stages of a rural missing persons investigation. 3 points. You put find them. Amazing. Number 1, establish last known location. Number 2, establish search grid. Number 3, make note of hazards. Come now, if you don't take this exam seriously, how do you expect to learn? Question 69 on the same... What? Question 69 on the same page. Describe the 5 preliminary stages of an urban missing persons investigation. 5 points. You put... See question 66. That doesn't help. 1. Contact local authorities. 2. Establish last known locations. 3. Establish search grid. 4. Establish obstructions and hazards. 5. Canvass locals in the area for more information. Good. Question 78. In the case of a multi-agency operation, which agency is in command? You didn't write anything at all. Just nothing. Not an important question, I guess. Eminent domain over the case goes to the first agency that opened the investigation, unless the investigation has left the jurisdiction of the first agency, in which the option to take over falls onto the local agency overseeing the new jurisdiction. It's simple. Question 79. In what 3 most common instances can an investigation be taken from an agency by the Hero Judicial Board? 3 points. You put up if they screw up. I guess that's partially correct. Gross incompetence is the word you're looking for, and it is one of the possible reasons, but this question asks for the 3 most common, which are, of course, 1, lack of resources. If the judicial board rules an agency is of insufficient equipment, staff, or preparedness, they can remove them from the lead role. 2, if it's determined the case is part of an already existing case being investigated by another agency. And 3, if the case is deemed to be of national security, it can be taken over and reassigned to a primary agency. You get all that? Alright, well that's most of it for the written answers. That was still quite a few questions you got wrong. And we'll need to work on your spelling and handwriting. This is like grade 3, if that. Do you at least feel yourself getting more confident with your answers? Well, at least that's something. We can skip most of the true or false and multiple choice questions. You did decently well, but there were a few I wanted to go over. Number 14. When assessing an injured civilian or hero, what is the first thing to check? You selected A, bleeding. The answer is B, airways. Yeah, in the true or false section, you must obey every order given to you by a superior. You put true. It's actually false. While you must obey every reasonable order, if you suspect your superior is being controlled or is under the influence of another quirk, you are required to use your best judgment. Now, it gets tricky, but for the most part, you should be able to tell the difference. Or at least I would. Oh. You see, it's this kind of thing I don't understand, okay? Multiple choice questions 40 through 55. You colored in all the bubbles to say kill me. Do you not want to be here? You know, UA is a privilege. If you don't have no desire to remain here, you don't have to. Well, fine. As far as this exam goes, even with your less than cogent answers, you still scored a passing grade. Fine for a third-rate hero destined to patrol malls and suburbs, but not for a real hero, and certainly not for my joint class initiative partner. Now, I understand these last few months you have had your hands full with practicum and combat training, so you've neglected your schoolwork, but not to fear. I have taken the liberty. What? I've taken the liberty to put together a supplementary curriculum for you. Yeah, just to fill in the gaps in your learning. Oh, it should only take an additional, maybe 30 minutes a night, and we'll have you scoring 100s on all of your tests. So what do you think? You want to get started now? Hello? Where are you going? We haven't even gone to the spoken test results from... Hey, where are you going? I can see you walking away. Where are you? Over here.